Over the past 3 seasons, the Next Level has delved into the world of many dedicated anglers. Each one of these passionate fishers is loaded with a bounty of techniques and knowledge. We have travelled thousands of kilometres across Australia to capture the ins and outs of fishing.
Don't go.
This is the Next Level Uncut, with just some of the great footage that didn't make the cut. We hope you enjoy it.
Dinner is served.
Oh, look at that ash all over my plate. Oh, that smells amazing. I'm gonna try this. Can I just try a little bit of this rabbit? Let me try a bit of that back strap. Oh, wow, look at that.
Just like chicken.
Beautiful. That's really good. Look at you did, you idiot. Hey, Will, that's your plate.
Hold on, it's like...
He looks a bit retarded. He's going for it, isn't he? Give us a look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Feels so good.
In April, we travelled to the New South Wales High Country to meet up with local legend Matt Trippett. Matt showed us the world of trout fishing not only in the fly gear, but also spin gear. But it's not all about fishing. Matt has developed a not-for-profit organisation called the Fly Program, taking men who are suffering with mental illness issues out into the bush to explore and reconnect with themselves.
Oh, come on. Yep. Oh, he took the little one though. Had a big fish on it. What a beautiful little fish. See you later, little guy.
We filmed for 3 days. The weather was ideal and the fish were biting, with some good-sized trout landed. Matt wanted that double-digit trout, but that particular fish was just too stubborn to take his fly. But like he says, even the small trout can be just as rewarding as the big ones. Later that month, we followed Chris Hickson onto the waters around Sydney as he chased the title for the ABT Bream Australian Open. Here's a couple of fish that didn't make the cut.
It's flooded. Should have known by the bite. Don't go. No bingo. No bingo. Who said that was there? What are they? Oh, deep. Squirrel! Good DIY release.
About 260 k's west of Ballina, we fished the waters of Lake Glenlyon for Australia's largest freshwater fish, the mighty Murray cod. Vicky Winter-Lear gave us a look into the world of this awesome species.
You're beautiful. He wasn't getting away either. 2 hooks. I don't think so. Thanks, buddy. It's time for you to go. Get a bit bigger and I'll catch you later. Tell me when you want him to let him go. See ya. Next time. Anglers have got a huge responsibility for the waterways and keeping them open and just keeping our environment pristine. I love the saying of leaving only footprints because that's all we should be leaving. We shouldn't be leaving line and rubbish and things like that. But not only that is our creek beds. We shouldn't be driving, you know, through them and degrading our creek beds and things like that. So you've got to have a lot of care. If you want these fish to nurture and grow, they're not going to do that without looking after the environment, but also for our access as well, a very important one.
Now, although our show may always look like we do nothing but catch fish, I can safely say it's not always smooth sailing. And sometimes things go wrong. This was the last rapid of the day, and with a boatload of camera gear, what could possibly go wrong?
Grab the camera. Holy sh**. You are a mad dog, Bergie. This is not right. This is it. Got him.
We are still on the Murray cod hunt, but this was last season with young gun Jacko Davis. With the canoes safely stowed for the future, we chased these Central West fish on foot. The night we arrived, Jacko squeezed in a couple of casts before dark just in front of the campsite and ended up landing this little cod.
Same one. Yeah, holding that once more. Just,
Stepping back in time to our first season, we headed south of the New South Wales border into the heart of Victoria to get a taste of the serenity of Bonnie Doon and to fish the waterway that is Lake Eildon. Mark Ainsworth was our man and Yellow Belly was our fish, and with a string of 40-degree days to work with, catching these fish was not easy. After several hours without catching a fish, Mark was pretty excited to finally hook up.
Yep.
It's a carp.
But it's hard to be excited about carp. Last season, we had the opportunity to stand two of the world's finest bream fishers side by side, Chris Hickson and Sato Nikiyama.
Test.
Unfortunately for Sato, Sydney Harbour was nothing like his hometown in Japan, and with no pre-fish, he was struggling to land bream next to our finely tuned bearded bream master.
Small.
The first one wasn't
Small.
The first one was definitely not small.
Big one are small. Tyler.
That wasn't what they the first time.
Small change.
So that last fish ate it just below the surface.
Oh, 1 meter.
1 meter. Yeah, and you saw it? Saw the line?
Right.
Yes. Twitch.
By the third day, our Australian to Japanese translations had not improved one bit, but Sato had dialed into the harbour fishery and did manage to land some stonkers.
Free fall. Free fall. Free fall.
Back down in the docks of Melbourne, we found ourselves with two dedicated kayak anglers. These blokes were chasing bream in the unusually muddy waters around Melbourne, but we decided to hit the older pier to try and find some snapper.
Yep, fish on. Wow. Get him out. Wow. Lucky he wasn't a big one.
The far south coast of New South Wales is home to one of the finest flats fishing, and our angler Andrew Vidalovich timed this session perfectly. With sunny days and the afternoon nor'easter pushing in with the tide, we had perfect conditions. Andrew managed to hook bream, whiting, tailor, mullet, flathead, and even a luteric on a small surface stickbait. Andrew used the walk the dog technique, twitching the lure from side to side and pausing every few metres. This action was irresistible to the fish. The only thing that wasn't easy was lugging all our camera gear across the flats.
Here we go. It feels okay, but it's not. You know something? I think it's actually the first legal whiting. How good's that? Finally. Target species. About 22 centimetres. Freshest fish.
Yeah. How much for?
No, I'm not going to charge you. Your beautiful smile is enough, okay? There you go,
Lovely.
darling.
Thank you, thank
No worries
you,
at
thank
all.
you. Very, very happy, babe.
No,
Thank
see
you.
you later.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you.
Bring him in, lift him out, do your thing. I'll just put it on, see what he's.
Probably not.
Still a lovely fish.
Yeah.
Pretty standard afternoon for you, Jacko.
No, it's actually very surprising. It's pretty cool. I normally go, Jesus. Normally actually.
Oh, that'd be right. The smallest one there. It might be bigger than that, 26 maybe. Just not. Should be throwing in here catching 30 pluses, not these things.
Pull this out of my armpit. He just lives there.
Get it up on the rocks. The brim. The brim? That's a big one.
Half a battle over anyway. I think it is a good fish anyway. It went like one. It's hard because I'm sort of going a bit easy on it. It's only 4 pound, but I towed him out a bit. Hopefully there's no rocks down there he can get me on. Just got to keep the hooks in, which has been the hardest part over the last 2 days. Just go a quarter turn back, just in case. Oh, he's a nice one. Oh, he's not big, but he's a good fish. Solid. No giant, but... Another bag filler. Get up! Oh, that was a bad net shot. That wasn't, yeah, he's good. Good fish. Just solid.
How many years have you been fishing, Alex?
600 years.
You're still excited after all that time?
Oh, mate, love it.
Why?
Well, it's just something different every year. I'm looking forward to going fishing for a blackfish, then for a snapper, then for a pig, then for a jewfish, then for a king, for a groper. I'm actually excited about fishing for the different aspects of it as well. Trying look, hey, how's this perfect example? Blackfish and bread, how good's that? Blackfish with weed. A big pig on 6-pound line or 8-pound line, how good's that? It just doesn't get any better. A big king on a popper, a big king on a gar, a big king on a live bait, on a stick bait, in the estuary. You know, a big fish on a sandflat, just on those shallows, it's incredible. I just love that, you know. And then hooking it in deep water, and it's just actually, you're trying to subdue it in that rough terrain. It just doesn't get any better, you know. It's incredible. And then you just do the full circle again. I'm looking forward for the trevally again. I'm looking forward for the pigs. I'm looking forward to this. Then it comes on to spring, summer. Then looking forward to the kings, looking forward to the snapper, the dewies, the whiting, you know, just.
Just love it.
I just love it, mate, just love it.